What's going on, guys? Get123 here with more Grand Theft Auto 5, and today I wanted to make a quick video showing you guys what GTA 5 on the PC looks like at max settings. So right off the bat here, oh my gosh, look, look at this water. That is just downright beautiful. This is a beautiful game. Rockstar did an amazing job, and the graphics on the PC at max settings just look ridiculous. So I'll show you guys those settings in a second, but a few things I want to get out of the way. This is on my new GTX 970, and unfortunately, when you look at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you can see that we are just slightly below 60 frames per second. Right now we're hovering at 50, and so it'll go up and it'll go down, but I really wish it could hit that solid 60 frames at max settings. As soon as I turn them down a tiny bit, like even if I turn the grass quality from ultra to very high, it'll be fine. But with everything maxed out, it's just, you know, it's got a few issues with the frame rate, but I still wanted to make this video because it gets the point across, and it shows you what the game looks like on ultra settings. The only difference is that it would be a tiny bit smoother. Okay, so here are my graphics settings. There's one thing that I want to make clear right off the bat. Some of these say very high and some of these say ultra. That's because not all of these had an option for ultra, so, you know, nevertheless, everything is turned up all the way. Like the texture, the shadow, the reflection, even though those say very high, that's the highest they could go. There was no ultra option. So everything that you see here is turned up all the way, and then when we go over to advanced graphics, all these are turned up. So I think this is pretty much the most you can do. As you can see there, my video memory is almost completely used up. And if you're aware of the issue where the Nvidia GTX 970 only actually has 3.5 gigs of RAM instead of 4 gigs, so we're pretty much all used up. So anyways, here we are back at the Lighthouse, and I really love this scene. The way the waves crash against the rocks, and just the way the water looks, and the rock texture. And we're still at about a solid 50-55 frames per second right now, and then as we turn the view around, unfortunately, you can see that it does drop down to the low to mid 30s, but like I said, that's just, you know, it doesn't affect the actual video quality in terms of the textures and everything. So yeah, it does make it a tiny bit choppier, and it would be better if we could be at 60 frames per second, but, you know, this still gets the point across because what we're looking at here is the actual graphics, not so much the frame rate. If you have a more powerful video card like a GTX 980, then I'm sure you'll be better off. So here we are now at the industrial plant factory thing. I forget the exact name of it, but when I was over here, something caught my eye right off the bat. I saw that thing shining in the light, and I was like, wow, that looks pretty cool. Why don't we take a look at that up close? So I ran in for closer inspection, and I just wanted to get, you know, a good example of the reflective surfaces in this game. And obviously this isn't like a mirror, but it does a really good job of reflecting the light in a realistic manner. And even the shadow as I run, and still the shrubbery and everything just looks really good, especially the draw distance. Look way over there. You can see those radio towers and pylons way off in the distance. There's the wind farm over there. It renders everything so well from such a far distance. So now here we are at the Sawmill. I really like this location because you're on the side of Mount Chiliad and just the scenery, the nature around you, but then you've also got the smoke effects up in the air, you've got this wood chipper, and this actually makes it a pretty graphically intense area. As you can see, frame rate's down in the low 30s, but there's a lot going on. Tons of textures, some moving particles, and moving parts and stuff like that, and it really comes together and makes it a graphically intense area, like I said. So while you might not think of it as requiring too much power, this is actually one of the areas that bogged down my graphics card the most. So if you are considering a GTX 970, or if you have one already, keep these things in mind if you want to get GTA 5 for the PC. So for the next location, I wanted to stop by the dam just to show you guys the draw distance, and it's just stunning. I mean, it's not that much better than like the console version, but things are just better. Even the way the water shines down there, way down below, and behind me and everything, and this is kind of like, I think this is midday, although it kind of looks like sunset, but anyways, it just looks so freaking good. Just, oh, so good. So then for the final location, I figured we should take it to the city, because we did a bunch of nature scenes. Why don't we see how it works with cars and all that? So this is a pretty simple area. You don't really have a lot of draw distance stuff going on, so you can see the frame rate's pretty good, just barely below 60, and overall it's, you know, it's pretty solid. When I play this game personally, I'm not going to play everything on Ultra. I'm just going to turn down a few things, just like the things that are on Ultra, I'll put them down on very high, and then I'll be at a solid like 80 frames per second. so that'll be good enough for me. So I die here any second, and it's kind of funny, since I'm in director mode, we don't have the usual dying animation, we just die like that. So, anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for plenty more Grand Theft Auto 5 PC videos in the future. I hope it helped you out, and with that, yeah, stay tuned for more in the future. I'll see you next time.